Lynn. Yeah, with two N's.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? I'm fine. What I'm going to do in this next few minutes is just give an overview of the activities that we have been doing with you and for you and the support that we've been providing. And then just from this point onwards, what we're going to be doing in the next couple of months. It's an exciting event, but you're going to have to wait till the last slide. I'm going to change for me, please. So like Puyalwa and Karen nicely set the scene about how we have the three activities that work together. The operations research forms part of the Succeed project in that we provide capacity development for research when we find issues or problems. Like Karen showed us, there are definite gaps where things can be improved. We need a structured research project in order to reach our conclusion or to make a decision, and we need to provide some evidence for that. In implementation research, operations research, there are different steps in that, and I put the circle up there, the second one, where we find the question, we search for the evidence, we appraise the evidence, we synthesize it, we adapt it, we implement it, and we evaluate it. When we started here, in the sites with Succeed, our main objectives was to provide training in those steps that I just mentioned. How to conduct a research project and how to use it in order to inform your decisions. There wasn't a lot of research capacity to begin with. There weren't many people conducting the research to begin with. So we started on the ground with training in basic research methods. So if you look at the model that we are working from, our four main objectives is to train in research methodology, to provide experiential learning, so matching you with people who are working on research projects or placing you at a research center where you're exposed to different types of research projects. Then training in dissemination and how to communicate your findings. And then fourthly, around mentorship, where we link you with another senior researcher so that you can work with him. By providing these skills, we are aiming to increase the number of competent operational researchers. So I was looking back at the map in 2015 when we first came here. And I remember we had such a long trip because we tried to go to all the sites at the same time on the same trip. I think it was the day I ran out of petrol and Steve had to come save me on the mountain. But I will never forget that day. And when we set out with this project, it was about going to the sites and seeing what is it that the sites need, what are their capacity development needs, and how can we respond to their needs. Based on that information, we then developed, does anyone remember this meeting? We developed a set of trainings and workshops that have evolved now over the last 2 years. In 2016, we offered some face-to-face workshops. So there was the one on writing a literature review, the value of operations research, qualitative data analysis. And last year, we took those same workshops and we created webinars where we offered the learnings online. It meant less travel for our delegates. It was easy to access. You could just log in for the hour, cover the content, and then we uploaded the content to the Succeed website. Okay, so we've evolved our trainings and our workshops that we are using, but initially they were responding to your needs. And as you come up with new capacity development needs, we create new content and new workshops for you. We've also started working on our Biostats online modules. There was a big need for training in Biostats. And we offered the data analysis, quantitative data analysis workshop face-to-face. I think we are at the part now where we piloted our Biostats online module. And hopefully soon we can start seeing some progress towards rolling out the online module. We have started discussions around an online research methods short course, so that's very exciting. And again, it comes from what we did in the first 2 years. We've conducted biostats and research consultations. So we had a group of biostatisticians that visited at Walter Sisulu, and they conducted over 30 biostats consultations in that 2 days. Also with the research consultations, as many of you know, we're very open and accessible via email and telephone. I often get a phone call with, can you please find me this article, or can you help me with this part of my proposal, or I'm not sure how to speak to my supervisor. Anything related to research is what we try to support. I'm going to give you some of the numbers, but for now, just want to give you an overview of what we are doing. We also provide fellowships or support to attend short courses. We've worked with our collaborators, Walter Sisulu, with the research committee, the ethics committee, and we are looking at capacity development and mentorship. They visited us at Stellenbosch, I think about 2 months ago, where they sat with our ethics committee at Stellenbosch and our research committee and benchmarked their activities. We also have had research bursaries and grants, experiential learning opportunities where students from here have come to Stellenbosch and worked at the research center. When they come for the week, we latch them onto all the meetings with all the researchers that are happening so that they're exposed to multiple types of research projects. We also have our writing retreats, and then most importantly, we disseminate all of our resources freely online. Anybody at any time can access them. These are the trainings that we have conducted. I hope I don't press the wrong button. These are the trainings we've conducted over time. And if you look at our reach, we have reached 377 participants, and this is direct contact with these participants. Our objective, if you remember, was to increase the capacity of people to conduct operational research. This is just a screenshot of our Biostats online module. There's a lot more where this came from. It's huge, but this is what it's going to be looking like. Then our short course fellowships. I think there are a few people here who have benefited from the fellowships, who have attended these various courses, and you can see they range from research methods to intro to epi, biostats, data analysis. And in 48 months, we've allocated 42 of these. And usually these fellowships includes the flights, the accommodation, the tuition, and everything else that goes with the course. We've also been working with these 13 mentees and bursars, providing support and also funds. Some of them are being funded for their tuition and their research studies. So currently we have 2 more master's grants available. So these are up to the value of 55,000 Rand. And there's specific 2 people working here in the Succeed sites with topics related to HIV and TB, and they need to have operations research methods. These are some of the topics that people are working on. And again, these students started out in the program when we did the initial research capacity building. And then they evolved over time and said, Lynn, I'm ready now to apply for the grant because I'm enrolled and I'm going to start my research project. They applied for the grants and they were successfully awarded. And the next step for them now is the dissemination after the completion of their projects. We have also allocated 5 research grants. So these are bigger grants, and nationally people could apply for the grants. I've also displayed the topics of the grants. Hofe is one of our beneficiaries of this, and the project I think is going to present in a little bit. We will shortly, in the next couple of months, be advertising for 3 more grants, and the call will go out. These are some of the places that you can access our resources. Steve here always uploads all our information almost immediately. We've got the Facebook page, so your photos are already on there. I did that this morning. on the Succeed Facebook page. We've got the YouTube channel where you can download all of the webinars that we've been presenting. And we also have the Succeed website where you can access all of the resources and the additional material that we offer in the trainings. I looked at this and I found something really interesting. I want you to look at this number at the bottom in terms of the reach. So over 3.1k people have been reached through this post on Facebook. And that is just us posting what we are doing and our activities and the operations research resources. So the reach is wider than here. And I found that really awesome, and I think it's amazing. So where we are right now in terms of our objectives, we are continuing to conduct the trainings and the workshops. The newest workshops that we have introduced is evidence-informed decision making. So you can see how it nicely ties in with once people have gone through all the steps of the research project, then how to use that findings and translate it in a way that others can use. We are still busy with capacity development and mentorship for people. We have experiential learning opportunities that we continue to do. The next one coming up is our writing retreat, where we're going to focus on time away for proposal development. And then dissemination. At that same retreat, we're going to be talking about how to create posters, how to do conference presentations, and prepare people for our event coming up. So in conclusion, if I reflect back on, we've done lots of things and we've successfully engaged with lots of people and we've built capacity in areas that we didn't think we would be able to reach in the short time frame and with all the resources that we had, there are some challenges that we experienced over time. There is a need for capacity development that far outweighs the resources that we have available. So mitigating that constantly is a bit challenging, but using the online method and making the resources available at any time for anybody is working much better than doing the face-to-face workshops, where we can only get to a few people at limited times in the year. There's a slow uptake of research due to work demands. So this is one of those things that everybody wants to learn, but no one has the time to do it. So we have to be careful around how we manage that with our beneficiaries. We also struggle with the limited local mentorship available for research methods. Lots of clinical mentorship, but not a lot of research mentorship available at the sites. And then activities are slowed down by the administrative processes, especially when it comes to ethics applications and research applications. It does take a little bit of time to work through that process. We have provided now foundational knowledge regarding research methods and evidence-informed decision making. We're in the middle of the project, and now our focus is moving more towards experiential learning and dissemination of the knowledge. So this is the exciting event that I want to share with you. I'm very excited. At this event, we are going to have our beneficiaries present their research ideas in a poster format. So this is my topic, this is the relevance of my topic, this is the impact that my evidence will have in my community, in the sites. Okay, those who have research data, they can be invited to speak about their research project and speak about the data that they have. So please diarize the 27th of March. You should have received the save the date already. But please remember to join us for that because we have very exciting projects that we want to share with you. Thank you. And that is all I have for you today. Take any questions?
Thank you, Lynn.
Sure.
Okay, discussion, questions?
Okay, I'm looking at the back. Maybe there's another hand so that I can.
Not yet.
Mine,
You can go.
appreciate the support.